Hello, this is podcast 3 on AG. Joining me are my co-host Steve, who's yet to answer, and our special guest Dan.
Hello.
Welcome, Dan. Steve's holding us up yet again. if you was following the events just before this was played, you will understand that. Whilst he answers, I'll just give a quick rundown of what's going on in the podcast. A brief description of what happened in the final of the monthly tournament, because that's all really that's happening in AG, so nothing that much I have to say. So we're going to focus mainly on real life things like the Capital One Cup, what's happened in the Premiership, and Dan can have a little speech about Southport and how they're getting on. We're going to cover Fantasy League, because everyone loves the Fantasy League. Thoughts, that's Premiership Fantasy League, by the way, not the AG Fantasy League. Oh, here's Steve. Hello, Steve.
Am I here? Hold on, my volume's really low.
Thoughts on GTA and a little speech on FIFA 14, and to finish off the interview with our special guest Dan.
Are we starting right now? Like now?
Yeah, we're starting already.
Hey, hello everybody. Oh my god, let me get my radio voice on.
You've held us up, Steve, so we've had to start without you.
Oh my god, this is not, I feel. I'm going to vacate my chair now, Dan, you take over.
I've just gave it a little, just the content so far, Steve, so we haven't missed out on anything much.
Do you want to do it again real quick? No?
No.
Okay, well, I've got it here in front of me anyway, so I don't care.
Exactly, so it's fine. So yeah, let's begin. We had the knockouts of the Champions League and the Europa League finals, which neither you two took part in. Why?
Too much commitment towards the end of the season. I had pro clubs to do. I had 2 leagues to finish off, so I just thought, no, I'll stick with what I can barely do right now. So I think the admins are grateful for that, I'm sure.
I got
my scheduling terribly wrong. I thought I was leaving like halfway through. Turns out I wasn't, and I could have played. So I was quite grim.
He could have played and could have won, but it's not to be.
We did last time we did the Champions League one, so just gotta worm that one in there. I've dropped it now.
Perfect. Alright, so yeah.
Be a recurring theme throughout the episode.
The knockouts were that Worm beat me in the first game. Storm beat Danny. That's Danny CTRD. Aaron beat Cows and Big Ash beat Sparky. The semis saw Worm beat Storm and Aaron beat Big Ash, and the final saw Aaron beat Worm, so Aaron is now the champion. Dan, you got to face him next season to get your crown back. Have fun.
And who was Aaron playing as, just out of curiosity?
Aaron was playing as a team in the Champions League.
Oh, one of those. Oh, okay.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that question. But...
Oh no, sorry. I want to get to
Aaron was playing as Galatasaray.
Galatasaray. Oh, okay. That's a good feat right there.
Yeah,
congrats.
Once, so.
Well, sure. That just makes the game too easy, doesn't it?
Yeah. The Europa League now. The first game saw Lost beat Louis Spur. Our last week's special guest, Emre, beat Matt. Bring It beat Dazzler, and Dazzler beat Faraz. That's a mouthful. The semis saw Lost beat Emre, and Dazzler beat Bring It, and Dazzler beat Lost in the final. So congratulations to Dazzler and Aaron for bringing your knockout games.
Yes, Dazzler, you are now the Chelsea of Europe. So good job.
He won it with Man U though, so right country, wrong team. Yeah,
well, that's probably where Man United are going to end up in real life come the end of the group stages of the Champions League. So yeah, sorry.
That's a massive thing to say, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I'm putting it out there. That's what I'm putting my money on. David Moyes to not go very far in anything. We might get to that later because it's funny.
Yeah. Right. So. Because that's all that's happened on AG. We're going to leave AG there for this podcast. Move towards What? Blame the admins, they haven't put much.
Oh, oh no, you didn't just
I,
say
jo-
that.
I,
And then
I joke
I'm
admins.
so
I love AG. I joke admins.
Okay, out to
Yeah,
the real world we go. So,
real world. So yeah, with this week we see the Capital One Cup come back, and there's a few Premiership games in there with West Ham facing Cardiff, Villa versus Spurs, Fulham versus Everton, West Brom versus Arsenal, and also the big game of the tie, United versus Liverpool.
boo! Well, boo for Liverpool, boo United, boo!
We
Yeah,
also in that match we also see the return of Suarez.
haha, amazing!
So
What a great time to come back. It's like they do it on purpose, don't they?
I'm sure Moyes will say that it's a fix, or the FA have
Yeah,
made the fixtures turn out in that way. Something
even
along those lines.
even better if Van Persie remains injured. I don't know how long term he's supposed to be out for, but if he can just hold out until Wednesday with his injured thigh or whatever he has, then that'll do fine. Thank you.
I think for me, as long as he's playing the weekend for my fantasy team, that's all I'm for. 14 million on the bench, I can't have that.
I just if we're talking about that real quick, I put Ozil as my captain, and apparently he got 3 assists. So happy days.
It is, yeah. I think
Happy
he got
days.
28. I think he got 14 points.
Yeah.
Whee!
That'd be 28 doubled.
Smart guy right here. I said, yeah, I have multiple teams in the fancy. I have 3 teams. Yeah, we'll just say that now. And I'd meet you as another captain. So also good job, me, Pat. All that.
We'll cover that later. Yeah.
We're just going everywhere.
Yeah, this is just going off the chains. What it is?
Okay. Oh, you missed City versus Man City versus Wigan. So
Yeah, I
we're
was going to say
repeating
that's
last
the
year's.
FA Cup final. Yeah, return of the FA Cup final from last season.
I really don't fancy another upset though. If City are all of a sudden starting to get to grips with however Pellegrini wants them to play. So
Well, if they continue that form that they did against United, then yeah, Wigan might as well just not turn up. There's
sure
a
they're busy playing in Europe. So
Yeah, true. There's a few giant killings as well, possibly. There's 4 teams left in League One, and they all face Premiership opposition.
oh, very good.
We have we have Peterborough, and they have the top scorer so far of Tomlin, who's on 5 goals against Sunderland. So he's on form. He could get more goals for the tournament.
Yeah, and Sunderland are looking pretty good for relegation. I know it's early and all, but
They did lose Di Canio, so they did lose Di Canio.
he's gone.
Yep.
Oh my god! Well, I can't keep up with all this. I was in work today. These things happen so fast.
Welcome to the Premiership, Steve.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Do you know what's funny? Actually, when you go to Google Di Canio's name, Di Canio sacked is the third thing that comes up, but the second thing that comes up is Di Canio fascist. So you can see where priorities are there with Google. And then the fourth thing is Di Canio Sunderland. So but yeah, Di Canio the fascist. Oh, he was a bit exciting, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, these moments when, especially when Sunderland played Newcastle and he'd done that massive celebration on the touchline.
Yeah, that would be his high point, I'm going to imagine, and that's all he'll get. Di Canio for the Man United job. I saw someone say that on Facebook, and now it all makes sense.
I saw on my Facebook a guy after Di Canio, the pose with him on his knees at the 3-0 victory against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Somebody had that tattooed on their back.
Oh god.
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, how fickle.
But yeah, the other giant killing games are Stoke versus Tranmere, Southampton versus Bristol City, and Swindon versus Chelsea.
Southampton are such a fantastic team. I can see nothing more than a 10-0 victory there. So, go Southampton. Whatever. Just before anyone wants to say anything. They're a fantastic team. A great manager. Tough to beat. Anywho, moving on. Let's go. What's next?
Premiership. And who would think after 5 games, especially after the first game, that Arsenal are top of the Premiership? Get in.
So, and how long do you presume they can stay there for? Is this going to be a continuing thing with
2 weeks?
2 weeks?
3 at
Wow.
the most.
Okay.
I don't know,
Well-
if we can carry our form through, then I don't know, we could hold it for a few weeks.
How many assists does Ozil have now? Is that 4 or 5 in as many games?
4 assists in or 5 assists, I think, in 3 games.
That's not too.
Assists already. Already most assists. It's just ridiculous.
I know. And the fact that Santi returns, I think, next week as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that midfield's going to be so sexy.
And the fact that Aaron Ramsey has actually turned into a footballer, like, overnight.
What's happened this season?
No shit. He was one of those kind of like, what does he do on the pitch type players? Like he didn't tackle very well. He didn't score any goals.
I was having this discussion with someone. I can't remember who, but I was like,
me.
Yeah, I think it was actually, because I was saying that Aaron can't play. He can't play CDM because Arteta's there. He can't play Cam because he got Wilshere there. He can't play out on the wings because he just can't play on the wings in general. So where does he play? And he's proven that he can play, and he can play quite well.
Are you sure Arsenal weren't actually fielding 12 players? He was just this random midfielder who just kept sneaking in, and every time he popped up with a goal, it was because someone else was defending, and he just got away with it. I think we're gonna have to look into this. Arsenal at the top, this isn't the days of Vieira and Bergkamp and Henry. There must be something going on.
The fact that the second place is Tottenham as well.
Oh no!
It shows that there's something in the water in North London. I don't know but yeah.
I guess Spurs did what teams who eventually win the Champions League, or not the Champions League, the Premier League, do, and that's kept on going right to the end, even though they had something like 24 shots. The fact that one of them went in was all they needed. So
yeah, they did. Well, Paulinho's goal was a cheeky goal.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to see much footage from any of the matches, so I haven't seen any of the Man City goals or anything like that.
Speaking of which,
moving on to that.
What happened to the Mank derby? Jesus.
No idea. Yeah, I was reading it on my phone while I was in work, and everything that BBC was saying was that United started very brightly and were passing it around and doing a good job, and then all of a sudden City score and it all falls to pieces.
Company was tanking that game. Like whenever Man United went forward, he was just there.
Yeah, and I believe Torre just completely bossed the midfield, and Fellaini looked out of his depth.
Him and Fernandinho just dominated midfield.
And then Aguero found a scoring touch once again. And
scored 2.
Yep. Cracking first goal.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah.
That was a volley that was going nearly over his shoulder, and he hooked it back in.
Yeah, it's kind of like Van Persie's goal in Europe, in a way. The way he took it.
And so that leaves United about 8th in the table, which I think for a lot of fans, they're
6th or 7th. I don't know.
Yeah, quite unfamiliar with these. Yeah, I think Rooney's goal put their goal difference up a bit. I think they're on +1 now. So.
Might have been Manny's only goal, but I think that was probably a goal in the match. That free kick was superb.
That free kick won me €20. Thanks, Rooney. Good job. It was a great moment to have won money and know that he was really upset.
That's always a positive.
Yeah, exactly. Silver linings everywhere.
We're going to finish off with Liverpool. What happened, Steve?
I watched the entire game. I had Saturday off. I was looking forward to it, and so of course Murphy's Law states that Liverpool should lose and my day should be ruined, which is exactly what happened. We just complete lack of creativity was really the problem. Really missing Coutinho, missing Suarez. So thank God one of them's back. It's unfortunate that Coutinho's now out till the end of October, because it would have been nice to see him, Suarez and Sturridge all playing again. But I think Suarez should give us a big lift, but part of me wonders if he's going to boot a United player in the face and they get banned for 20 games. So we'll see what kind of attitude he comes back onto the pitch with, but hopefully World Cup year around the corner, he wants to be playing as many games as possible. So hopefully we see not all of the old Suarez, but all the good parts, and we push on, because we've only lost the one match this season, so there's no reason to panic.
I think Shaw's be more in trouble of biting than booting.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I see he's already bit someone, so he's been racist, he bit someone, so now he needs to kind of assault someone, I think.
Like a cancer, just kick someone
in the face. It's the next step up, I think.
We're going to take this time to let Dan have a little talk about Southport and how they're getting on. So, Dan?
turns out we can't play away from home, which is a concern.
Because that happens, half the time.
What, sorry?
I said that happens half the time throughout the season. So.
Yeah, that really does need fixing. I mean, the best thing that's happened in recent weeks is we've got a new website. That's our home form it's pretty good. We're unbeaten, but I mean, it's just the away form. It's just listening to it on the radio. You sit there and you just know what's coming every time. It's grim. It really is at the moment. But we keep positive and we hope that one day we will sign a striker that can put the ball in the net, and we will eventually move up the table.
Can you not play for them, Dan? How good are they?
No,
you can referee for them, but that'd be
it. Yeah.
You could be the new Howard Webb.
Yeah. Some way to go.
Right, so
That's it, really.
we'll show
So Wayne's the only person who's happy here with his team. So
Yeah.
we can end this conversation now. Being all smug.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have your moment. Well, I had my moment when Liverpool.
You've had your moment, Steve. It's our turn, and then it'll be the usual City, Chelsea, United battle for first place. Right, so next is the Fantasy League, and at the top of the moment sits Rome, a good 9 points above Bill Ellis. I think he's Riz on the site, and Ash Cohen sits third, 1 point ahead of Matt Osborne. Just looking through now, Dan, you're 17th.
Yeah.
Steve, you are 9th, and I am 20th, so I need to get my arse in gear.
Okay.
I was gonna give a readout of Worm's team, considering he's in the lead.
Giving up all his secrets.
Yeah, it's easy. All you gotta do is click on the name. It's not hard.
Yeah, well, now we're doing it for people, so we're nice.
We have Mignolet in goal, Mertesacker, Jagielka, Collins, and Jose Enrique in defence. Yaya Toure, Kevin Nolan, Whittingham, and Ross Barkley in midfield, and Giroud and Raymond up front, with Giroud as his captain. He also has Begovic, Van Persie, Giracciurini, and Shawcross on the bench.
Just out of curiosity, how many points does he have in total?
He has 295, which puts him 119,541st overall.
That's very respectable. Can't argue with that.
I've made some transfers in my team. I've broke my own rule and brought in Anne Ramsey. And I said I'm going to bring in any Arsenal players since they're playing well.
And now watch as he goes on the biggest goal drive of his career.
Watch Anne Ramsey turn back to how he was last season and not even hit Rose head in the crowd. Also brought in Ross Barkley, so I expect him to get injured.
Yeah.
Or just not get a game.
Yeah. Dan, how's your team getting on?
Alright, yeah, it's alright. I had Robbie Brady on the bench, and I was sort of screaming for somebody to go kill De Gea and Zabaleta so he could come on. But it didn't happen, sadly.
I had Robbie Brady, and luckily Hernandez didn't play, so he came on.
I love it when that happens, but then when you get those weeks where you've got 19 points on your bench and you get 10, you just want to cry.
I had a great week looking at it. Let's have a look. Here we go. 64 points when the average was 47. So.
Is that your team in the AG League?
Yeah, this is. Well, actually, my best team has 288 points, so they'd be a bit higher in this league. But for my main team, I picked some good ones. My strikers were all very average, but Petr Cech and Kyle Walker, Sessegnon, that was an inspired move. Getting his first goals, of course, against his old club. Ozil's captain, 28 points, and Routledge, who apparently got an assist. So everyone got points for me. Yeah, but there we go. Happy days.
There's the point in the game, so
onwards and upwards.
Exactly. Going to move on now to GTA 5. I know Steve played it. Dan, have you played it? I don't.
No, not for me, unfortunately.
Why not?
Just I don't know. I enjoyed Vice City Stories, but I didn't think GTA 4 was that great personally. But
Not fair enough.
everybody loves it, and I feel left out.
Well,
So,
just for the record, GTA 5 is quite a bit better than GTA 4, and I did like GTA 4, but just immediately this has me more hooked, and and when the Xbox goes on, it's pretty guaranteed that GTA is going in. So
I would recommend getting it for the online, just the online itself. If you don't want to play like the missions and stuff, because the online is going to be fun as fuck.
yeah, the online's just going to be the biggest mess of just people running around, robbing cars, killing each other, not actually getting any missions done, but just having a laugh.
The fact you can have 18 people in the lobby as well, it's just equals anarchy.
I don't think Dan's connection can handle that, so maybe you best.
I've moved now. I've moved.
Alright.
So
But yeah, and so hopefully AG gets on that, and we will see some fun
Sure,
events
AG
for
will.
everyone to do.
There'll
Some
be some kind of
cops and robbers style stuff,
Yeah.
or doing huge heists between people and
races and
heist competitions, all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
So,
loads of stuff could be possible in that game.
and have you played the FIFA 14 early access? No.
yeah.
Yeah.
The clubs is much better this year. I was playing with Jonesy and Magoo and Aaron last night. And,
Yeah.
Jonesy can't hit a barn door, we found out. He likes to run in the way of my shots when they're about to go in, which was one of the highlights of last night. But the game itself, I can't put my finger on it, but there's just something that's lacking. But
Okay.
I'm not sure. It is fair to some people, because some people like it that I've spoken to, but then some people think it's awful. But you're going to get that every year.
Well, Wayne and I's teammates in Lawson IKEA have been
Not
playing the
easy.
early access, and neither of them are too impressed at the moment. I think continuing on from what people said,
really pissed off with it.
yeah, just continuing on what people were saying about the demo is just that it's a bit too slow for their liking. You know, the players are just a bit too heavy and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's
take time getting used to, that's for sure.
yeah, it's making me question when exactly I'm going to buy it. I probably won't have it on Friday, but I'll hold off just a bit and see what people are saying about it.
Get it on
But,
Friday and then probably end up either going, that's the best decision I've made getting it Friday, or regretting it ASAP.
yeah, the inevitable will happen, and I'll finally cave in, and I'll just go and buy it one time while I'm in town. But for the moment, EA, you will not have my money. No, I won't. Evil.
Besides, when does the GTA Online come out?
The 1st of October.
It's the
first.
same day as the Battle.
Yeah, the same day as the Battlefield 4 beta, so got to choose
Okay.
between the two.
So
Yeah.
AG can enjoy 4 days of FIFA before we all start playing something else.
Yeah, pretty much that's gonna happen. Yeah, well for me anyways. And
Battlefield obviously for anybody that's interested. It's
yeah, that's true.
it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock meeting point. I think Kid's in charge, so it'll be the full sign-up shebang. So something to look forward to if you like your shooting.
Yeah, I'll be there Wednesday. Supporting you.
Super.
Supporting
What we like to see.
And with that, we're going to move on to the interview. So obviously you're Dan Ho, or How, or
Oh, yeah, HGH.
funny words.
The best thing about that is that the fact that my name is on FIFA this year, and I'm not even getting it on release day.
So
That's moment.
your age.
I am 20 years old.
As everyone knows, according to Marcus, you're a tax dodger.
Of course.
And what do you study at uni?
I do accountancy and finance.
You're looking for a career, then I'm guessing.
Yeah, you know, you take what you can get at the moment, but something in that area would be pretty good. Lots of money flying around, so that's what we like to see.
I'm guessing, is this your second year, I'm guessing?
I'm moving into my last year now, so
Last year, okay.
yeah.
Well, good luck in the final year.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we have some questions that members have asked.
Very good questions.
Yeah, Big
Looks
Ash
like.
has asked 5 questions, so we'll
Yeah,
get them out the way
he sent
first.
them before, you know. He accidentally sent me
Yeah,
them.
I know. Ash,
I'm saying,
Just try to erase them from
please.
your mind so you don't have all your answers prepared. We want you thinking about it now while we ask.
Yeah.
These are very insightful questions. We get to know a lot about you through these. That's
First
all.
question is how are you finding Jeffrey getting on? I don't know who Jeffrey is. Would you like to know?
Oh, that's Alan Wright, yeah. Alan Wright is the new manager of Southport. He played for Villa for about 400 games, something like that. I'm sure Ash will fill all the details in on the thread. But, yeah, he plays some sexy football. We're like the Barcelona of non-league, yet we can't win games. So,
Not away from home. Maybe
yeah.
he's got some kind of anxiety issues or something, so it translates to this.
Sickness.
Yeah, that too.
He's a good lad, though. He's a lovable midget. When you see him, he's tiny. He's the shortest ever defender in the Premier League.
Wow.
So you expect him to stay for a while and help work towards promotion?
Probably not. I could see him getting picked up.
Fantastic.
Thought we were all positive about Joffrey, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Would you like to ask the second question, Steve?
Yeah, okay. This is the biggest question of our time, Dan. So actually, probably good that you know this question. You had time to think about it. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, that's hard one. You know, I heard an advert on TalkSport the other day, and I don't normally listen to that, by the way. I tend to swerve that one. He was on about like which came first, chicken or the egg, or was it the duck?
And that one, yeah.
That completely blew my mind. I didn't even.
Okay, guys.
I was like, whoa.
You heard it here first. For all your philosophical dilemmas, go to TalkSport and see what they have to say on the issue.
And enter the duck into the equation as well.
I'm just going to say the chicken, just because
throwing it out there, Steve. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a big statement to make.
No, wait a second. No, the egg. Yeah, the egg. The egg that had the chicken. Whatever it evolved from. Something that wasn't quite a chicken laid an egg, and then whatever hatched was a chicken. So therefore, egg.
Wow.
That's my final answer. Final answer.
There's
no money involved in this, Steve, so I can't.
Hey, there's always money. I get paid.
The third question from Ash is, as the world's greatest any, was you disappointed not to win the whole lot last year in clubs?
I blame the finishing from Free and Danny personally.
I was the creator.
Yeah.
Not the finisher. And notice how this question says "win the lot," as in we won something. So thank you very much. I'll take that. I'll take that Pro Leagues Cup any season. So
crushed everybody in that cup. We were the Liverpool that won the cup.
You're a cup team. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Next
Still
question.
did it when it mattered.
Yeah, that's true. Silver. Just ask me. That's an Arsenal fan. Was you lucky to win Club League 1 last season?
Oh, no way.
It was all skill.
Never in a million years.
Well,
I can't even remember.
We discussed this earlier in one of the podcasts that you beat Ash by a point.
Yeah.
And you played Ash in the last 2 games as well. I know that as well.
Foot off the gas. That's what I'm going to say. Foot off the gas.
Yeah, he did it on purpose to make the league more exciting for all the viewers, isn't that? That's what real champions do, I think.
I think the most hairiest game I had was against Stee, I think, wasn't it? When I got that last minute amazing refereeing decision to get free.
Let's not bring these things up.
I was in the party with Stee at the time, and he wasn't happy. He was not happy about that refereeing decision at all.
It all balances out, doesn't it? In the end, we all get bad luck and whatnot. Yeah. But I think the PSV definitely helped win the league. Definitely. when you look at someone like Aaron having Friedberg or whatever he had, and I've got PSV, and he still finishes third, which is incredible performance.
The last question from Big Ash is: would you ever consider dating him?
Huh. Dating him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Tell us how you really feel, Dan.
At the club over AG podcast,
Yeah.
We're like some dating version of Mystic Meg.
Yeah.
Anyone who does the dating part.
Phil in
Dr.
America.
Phil, yeah.
he's a lovely lad, isn't he? Everybody loves Ash.
I think that's a pretty concrete yes.
You can't turn Ash down.
Well, there we go. We've got the first AG mandate. So you let us know how it goes on, and if you
of Fernando's.
if you someday in the future adopt a little Vietnamese child, then congratulations. Sorry, I've been watching loads of Modern Family. There's a good reference for you. Sorry.
We have a question from Blitz, which I'll let Steve take. I think he's going to ask that.
Oh yeah, I was about to jump in. Okay, which team does Dan think will win the first Pro Club League on FIFA 14?
But not your team, Dan.
I don't have a team at the moment, so I can't pick my own one. But I can't believe the kid's changed his name to Trumpton Town. I don't know what's going on there. Personally.
Is that his gamer tag now?
No, that's Absolute Gaming's new team name.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on there, but and this is not biased here, but I do think Lost and IKEA might be up there if they're in and around. But Forza, good. Forza, it just depends how quickly you adapt to FIFA 14 from FIFA 13, really.
That could easily be the deciding factor in the end.
Yeah, with this slower pace and the
turnaround
speed that's being used.
I have two more questions, and they're both from Rex. The first question is: if you could relive the last 10 years of your life, would you do anything differently?
Oh, right.
Oh, this is getting a bit heavy also.
Yeah. Rex throwing in.
I wouldn't do this podcast and get asked this question and have to answer it.
I think I've been dropped in it a bit here with these questions, I have to admit. But,
you're a testy, so yeah.
Yeah.
Literally ask you anything.
From the age of 10 to 20, so... what's really happened?
No regrets.
Philosophical about.
We'll leave that
I can't really answer.
Yet to be confirmed. And the second question from Rex is: how did you handle stress and pressure from when you lost to Rex on FIFA a few seasons ago? Go for your plan.
Well, for those that don't know, I got beat 3-1 by Rex, and I got rather angry.
Didn't deal with it all then.
I threw my controller, so I had to get a new controller. But it turns out I hit the bin, and the bin smashed as well. So I had to get a new bin. I think it was when I was Bordeaux as well, and that was a F and a half.
I think this question might tie in nicely with the first question that he asked in the things that you'd like to change. So we'll say not losing to Rex and breaking stuff.
Being angry at FIFA.
That was a bad day.
It was a very dark day.
So that is the episode 3 of the AG podcast. Thank you for Dan for being our special guest.
Can we just before we go, we have a little lament to FIFA 13. It's gone now, pretty much. I don't know if I think everyone stopped playing it. I tried to sell things on the Ultimate Team transfer market, and nothing's going. So it's slowly dying to death. So goodbye, FIFA 13. We've hated you for a good full year now. So it's a bit sad. We're moving on. We can nearly start looking forward to FIFA 15 already. Oh, I can't wait. Oh yeah, it's going to be good.
Thank you, Steve, for being my co-host again. But maybe next time, turn up on time.
Oh, look, he's going to try and throw that in before we finish. Oh, it's on now.
Any chance
so ready.
Any chance possible, mate.
I'm going to sit here for 2 weeks until the next one starts, so I can be perfectly on time.
Leave in the thread if you want to be our next special guest in 2 weeks' time, where Steve will hopefully be on time. And again, yeah.
I will even visit the site to read things that people say. How's that for commitment? I know. Don't be too shocked, Dan. Don't have a heart attack on. Not quite live on air.
Any comments and anything, also leave in the thread. And thank you for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Take care, people. Adios.
Goodbye now, guys.
Good night.